Amok said we live. Let's go. All right, there you go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. IG, what up, though? Big shout out to everybody tuning in. You know, it is another episode, the AM Wake Up Show. Real Relationship Goals with Brother Royce F Robinson. If you're watching the show on IG, I appreciate that love. We had like I want to say 8,000 something viewers last night. I'm not gonna tell Brother Royce that we was at the club. He clapping. We was at the club. They was twerking, Brother Royce. Don't clap yet. It was about 8,000. It was going down last night, but I knew y'all to watch them butt cheeks that y'all will get up this morning. When y'all seen that live go off. Somebody said, you're trending on the live page. I said, come on. So now y'all get to see what we really do. Yeah, y'all let them dance moves pull you in here to some hip. Right now, joining the show, my brother Royce F Robinson. Not only my spiritual big brother, but also my mentor here this morning with us on the show.
Relationship goals. Need relationship advice? Yeah, man.
Do it now.
Real relationship goals with Kiati and Brother Royce F Robinson.
Woo-hoo.
Brother Royce, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good
Hey,
morning.
man, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for having me back, man. It's another week. You know, we back at it. I missed the live last night. With the, you know, I missed
Brother Royce, if you would have seen that live last night, you would have called me immediately and said, Kiati, boy, what is going on where you at? Oh, last night, Brother Royce, it looked like last night on the live looked like it was a fight. A fight broke out on camera, right? But it was a booty fight. I was like, what is going on? I said, what is happening in here? I think they must be putting new additives into the drinks, Brother Royce. I don't know what was going on, but boy, I was like, Lord help us all. Hey, look, I want to tell y'all something, man. So, you know, I like to share this because for me, Rico, what's up? Good morning. Yeah, first let me say good morning to everybody. Here we go. Shout out all the day ones. Mr. Alicia, Zakiya, Yolanda, Jeremy, Shedrick, Quenisha, Keisha, Consuelo, Mary, Jay Slay, Hal 9000, Monica, good morning. George, Mike Wayne, Kendra, yeah. What Brother Royce said. Hey, look, if you're watching on Facebook, share the video for me. We're about to share something, y'all. Here we go. We're about to share something. You watching on Facebook, share the video. I appreciate it. On the cool, I'm not even going to.
I hear you, Mister say we looks like we're ready for that new Texas coach. We'll get into that. Absolutely. Lovey Smith is in town.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So you know what? Matter of fact, that let's start there. So for me, y'all, here we go. And this is the real. I feel like there was and what is the brother's name, Brother Royce, that started the ball moving? Who is the brother? Brian.
Coming out of Miami,
right,
Brian Flores.
Brian Flores. One time, the good brother Brian Flores this Black History Month, right? If you're on the IG and you want to watch the full layout of the show and actually see and hear Brother Royce, you can click the link in my bio and it'll take you to the Facebook or the YouTube where you can watch the full show live. Good morning, everybody. Coach Jay, good morning, brother. Here we go. So this morning we're wearing these jerseys. Of course, the Super Bowl is this Sunday. So Brother Royce hit me talk about, hey man, I got my Super Bowl stuff on. And I said, man, I know y'all know good and well. It's gonna take us a few years, okay? And by a few, I mean many, multiple. Oh my God, we don't know if it will ever happen. But either way, win, lose, or draw, we cheering for the home team. We going with the home team, right? So I hear the news about Brian Flores, going live and saying that, hey man, I'm gonna stand up for more diversity, more Black coaching in the NFL, and I applaud that. And so then what I see, Brother Royce, is whenever they announced Lovie Smith as their coach, some of us got online with the jokes and, oh man, well, why they hide him? Because it's like, so for me, it's like, hey, if the goal is progress, oh, I don't know what just happened to the camera. No clue.
No clue.
You can still hear me though.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
So if the goal is progress,
mm-hmm.
then for me, at the end of the day, we got to be sure that we respect when the progress happens. Okay. So, Brother Royce, what are you thinking while I try to see what's going on with this camera?
So here's one of my takes, man. I remember about a year or two, maybe 3 years ago, some comedians got into this issue. I don't want to call names because I don't want nobody coming after me, but one comedian was, dogging out Tiffany Haddish, I can say her name, because she was starting to get all this pub and on the rise. And I remember Kevin Hart went to her defense on the Breakfast Club, and he was saying, "Okay, guys, tell me what do we want to do? Tell me what we want to do, so we'll all know what the play is." Because it seems like we're saying we want our people to come up, but when they come up, we hit them with all these kind of excuses, and we take away, we want to steal from their shine. I kind of feel like that right now. Yeah, Lovie Smith may have gotten this job on the current and the waves of Brian Flores coming out and saying something. I don't know, but I'm not going to take away from Lovie Smith's moment right now for the sake of trying to keep an argument going. I want to support Lovie Smith and what he's doing and what he's got. I want to celebrate Lovie Smith for getting the job. We're gonna get behind him. I also want to say, kudos for Brian Flores for coming out, because we all know when you come out against the NFL, what can happen to you. You can get Kaepernick. But I support him for that. I just hope this. I hope that the Black community within the NFL stay behind Brian Flores and what he's talking about, especially right. Seeing that, he has some legitimacy. This ain't just coming out of the clear blue sky. He's got some legitimacy. Some other people have come out and said the same thing. Other notable coaches. The guy used to coach Cincinnati Bengals. I can't think of his name right now.
Marvin.
Yeah. So that's my take on it, man.
I'm with it. I mean, and for me, y'all, I understand, the sad thing about social media is it gives anybody a license to say anything, right? And for me, it's like cool, but at a certain point, I don't expect everybody to have good common sense, because common sense is not common. So even when it should be a united front, you'll still have those people that want to sensationalize the moment and what's going on, and they have their little stuff to say, and it's cool, but at the same time, man, it's not always cool to try to be cool. Like, shut up and ride with the movement. Your gesturing could affect the movement, and that's another part of the reason why it's so hard for progress. Especially, you would think during Black History Month, all this breaks, and this would be the unity that makes people be like, win, lose, or draw. Bro could be a sucky coach. He could be terrible. The brothers taking the team to the Super Bowl before. The brothers had a long coaching history. They didn't just go and find some random dude on the street. The brothers qualified, and in his news conference, he also said, hey, my coaching staff is going to also reflect diversity. But you will still have somebody online like, yeah, but the Texans suck, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, oh my God. Y'all, if we riding for the cause, can we just ride for the cause without the comedy? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get where we trying to go.
Amen. And you know, another thing was he was already on the team. He was already a part of the coaching staff.
Facts.
He was there last year as the defensive coach. So, you know, that plays into their favor. Now, at the same, it's balance. It's about balance. At the same time, you know, I think the Black community, one of our fears is going for the okie doke. And so that's what it's like, y'all want to distract us from what Brian Flores is talking about by throwing us this carrot over here. And I don't know if that's the proper way to go about it. If there's some truth to it, I don't know, but I don't think I don't think Lovie Smith deserves for his shine to be taken away at the expense of that.
I think it's 5 spots. They hired one Black coach, and it's still only a sprinkle of Black coaches in the NFL. I think at the end of the day, hey man, we just gonna keep on figuring it out. We're gonna keep on figuring it out until we get to the point to where, you know, this is a very long process. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Dominique Hammons, good morning, brother. World famous violinist. Welcome to the show via the IG. All right, here we go. Here we go. So, again, real relationship goes to brother Royce F Robinson. I'm going to keep it G with y'all. So, Sunday night, I go to a gig and my car or my truck ends up getting broken into, right? So, for me, a lot of time, and I bring that up to say this, a lot of time, people will probably think that I don't deal with real life issues and real life stuff. I go through a lot of real life stuff, the same as everybody else. I'm not exempt from dealing with real life, real problems, real people's, none of that, right? They stole, you know, almost $3,000 worth of equipment for real, like on some dry stuff, right? And so here goes my thing, man. For me, brother Royce, and man, I could be wrong. I just, man, stealing is not my cup of tea, man. Like out of all of the things that, you know, I come from a street background. I be around some street cats, you know what I'm saying? To this day, you know, my relationships to the streets have never changed or wavered, but it's like always been my thing. Like stealing is not, you know what I'm saying? Stealing is not,
ain't your thing.
Yeah, I just really, man, for me, I just want to, you know, I want us to like, cause I really work for what I want. So I feel like anything in the world you want, you can go get, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then, you know, for whatever reason it turned, however it turned, you know what I'm saying? All of us have to go through life. The process never stops. There was some stuff with my son this week. You know what I'm saying? Brother Royce know some of the things that I'm talking about. I'm sharing this with y'all just to say, hey, man, just because Kiati is on the radio with a #1 show and I'm building this new platform for us, nothing stops for me, right? This week is a very, very important week for a few reasons. First and foremost, I told all my day ones that this morning we was going to go there. I told them that. I told y'all we was going there this morning. I've been bullied. Now y'all bullied Roddy Ricch. He deleted his old Instagram, brother Royce. Roddy Ricch put a song out and y'all told him y'all didn't like it. He deleted his whole Instagram. Ain't no Roddy Ricch on the IG right now because y'all said y'all didn't like his song. Y'all can tell me y'all hate grown man music. I'm not going nowhere. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the pre-save link is in my bio for Grown Man Music. February the 25th, the album will be out. Grown Man Music will be out February the 25th. The pre-save link is in the bio in my Instagram. Everybody say they waiting and they rock with me. We gonna see. The pre-save link is in the bio. I refuse to take your bullying, your pillaging, your pandering. I'm not taking none of it no more.
Come on, brother. That's what
man music. February 25th.
Did my cut make the make this album?
Brother Royce, see the way Couchy Couch is set up. We saving that for your exclusive release. We saving that for your exclusive release. Y'all, this week, good morning, Desiree. Good morning, AR Red Breed. Brother Royce is gonna drop music this year, y'all. The same way everybody makes me be pushes me out of my comfort zone. Brother Royce is an excellent songwriter and singer, and we're pushing him to release music this year too. It's not gonna just be me, okay? It's not just going to be me. All right, here we go. That's thing number one.
Yeah.
Thing number two.
Yep.
And I just want to be honest with y'all. Oh, they've updated some things, Brother Royce. On the back end, I got to show you. All right.
Okay. All right.
You guys are gonna enjoy this. It's been a morning this morning, y'all. Here we go.
Being real goes wrong.
I, Bobby Ben. I know what the fans want me to ask you, bro.
Yeah.
Why did you let Blueface get on this outside song, man?
Damn, Kiati, chill.
Why?
Let me explain, bro. Look, this is what happened.
Right now, the interview with Bobby Billions is live. Instagram, my IG bio on the radar. Podcast number 2 is live. So y'all definitely can go click the link in my Instagram bio today. There's some great stuff going on. I've been working quietly. Man, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like in real life, I feel like a lot of times it's about getting back to the basics. And so for me, my life has changed a tremendous amount within the span of a year. And I still keep like having to remind myself, hey man, we got to go back to the basics. Mm-hmm. So now that we got this going, and I had to tell my wife, like, okay, what are we missing? I said, baby, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I got to get back in the gym. Like I got to get back on my workout stuff. Not that anything is wrong, but for me to operate at a high level, Brother Royce, I have like a routine. And I feel like a lot of people that operate at a high level have a routine. And again, working out is definitely a part of that routine. So for me, it's like, all right, let's get busy. Like, let's really get out here and get to moving and get back to doing the things that got us where we were at. So again, the album, ready to go. The podcast is growing, gets going, gets ready to go. Now, one of the most relationship-driven holidays of the year, if not the most relationship-driven holiday of the year, is here. And I have a message from one of the sponsors of our show.
Hey guys, Royce F Robinson here with Marriage Maintenance in 1 minute. Start the clock. For many of us, it's our very first marriage. However, for our spouse, it's probably not their very first relationship. Chances are they've been on other dates, held other hands, kissed other lips, and yeah, that too. But those relationships are in the past, and that's where you should leave them. Sure, there may be some things you want to know about or need to know about a person's past, but those are things you talk about before you say I do. I mean, like it or not, those previous relationships with those previous people and those experiences help make your spouse into the person you fell in love with. Focus on that and leave the past behind. Besides, asking them about the past is like asking them to take a mental and emotional trip back in time to relive those relationships. And I don't think that's what you want. I tell you that from experience. And that's marriage maintenance in 1 minute. Now go to work.
There we go. Everyone listening on IG, that is Brother Royce F Robinson. Again, I wasn't there, Brother Royce. You took me there because you said she been with other people and she's kissed some other things, Brother Royce. You took me there, Brother Royce. I was past that until you took me back.
Man, listen, brother, that's a real conversation in many marriages, man, going back to the past and want to talk about old relationships. You know, a lot of times it could be the male wanting to bring up her past, or it's her wanting to bring up his past. And so that's one of the things that we've run across. That's one of the things that you heard me say at the end. That's personal testimony for me because I was there, man. I was that dude. And so I tell people all the time, that was, man, after 27 years of being married, which we God willing, this coming May, we'll be 28 years married.
Come on.
And the first 5 years of our marriage, man, was tough because I didn't know how to let go to past, Key. That's the truth. I know y'all want to think I'm perfect, but I ain't know how to let go to past, man. Yeah, that's real tough.
Yeah, no. You know, we've been there too. We that definitely was a part of our couch conversations, guy dog. Sitting down and just really talking about, you know, some of the things. I think for a lot of people, brother Royce, it's the hurt that you're dealing with. And if there's never really an answer to the hurt, then that's what kind of makes it hard to move past it. People, it's almost like if you have a scab and you never really heal or address the slab, you know what I'm saying? D Heat, great question. He said the past still should be known if asked, right?
All right, so great question. Great question, Kiati. In the video, what's his name? Who was it?
One of my IG followers.
Man. Thanks for the great question. I talk about that in the little 1 minute video, guys. If you get a chance to go check us out on TikTok, Royce F Robinson. We've got marriage maintenance in 1 minute is what we're putting out videos once a week. But I talk about that. Yeah, the past should be talked about, but that's something that you do before you say I do. That's before you get married, because get all that stuff out the way on the front end. And then move forward. Now, somebody could say, well, it didn't come up until we had already gotten married. Okay, all right, that's fair, that's legitimate. But then you have to start evaluating, is this something that we need to spend time on, dwell on? Am I going to be convicting? You know, am I going to convict my spouse? Am I going to put them under the interrogation light and all of that? That's unhealthy for the relationship. Now, if you can't have a grown folk conversation in a time span that's not going to disrupt, you know, the flow of the family and where we're going, then leave it alone. Leave it alone. Just be done with it. Or find somebody to come in and help y'all talk about that together if it's that significant. That would be my advice.
Right. I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know, with this being Women Crush Wednesday, the week basically of Valentine's Day, right? This homework today is going to be a little different because normally Brother Royce and I give you guys something that is, you know, hey, do this, do that, you know, whatever the case may be, right? But I want it to be a harder level of homework, Brother Royce, because I feel like the day ones and the people that have been rocking with us, you know, we've talked about the 5-3-1s, the you setting up numbers to help you reach your goals. Somebody's like, what's 5-3-1? Well, last year, my wife and I, especially, you know, was still pandemic. It was about setting goals for your relationship to start the year. So 5 in the 5-3-1 was how many days a week that you want to try to work out. The 3 was, you know, how many days of the week do you want to try to be intimate? And intimacy is based on you and your relationship. For some people, intimacy could have been your number could have been a 2-2-1, you know, whatever that number is, you know what I'm saying? Then the 1 was the 1 day a week that you address your mental health, the 1 day a week that you do something that you enjoy doing because it makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the things that we've set up in the past. Brother Royce, we have 4 days, right? 4 days. When is Valentine's Day here?
Valentine's Day is on Monday.
All right. Here's the homework. The homework is the build-up, right? Like, what is the build-up? We want to go. So today, including today, that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's still 5 days away. Sheesh. All right. This is gonna be some hard homework. We want to go 5 days with the build-up. No breakdowns, no slide backs. 5 days of the build-up. What does that mean? That means 5 days of communicating, 5 days of working together, 5 days of assisting each other. So when you get to the highlight, which is Monday, which is Valentine's Day, on both sides, you can equally enjoy each other because you've done this work for 5 days, right? Now, 5 days, some of y'all brothers like, wait a minute, bro. I argue with my girl every day, brother. It's just how it goes in this house, Kiara. She's gonna, you know, she gonna do what I say do, this and that, brother. That ain't where we going. Ladies, some of y'all right now, like, he gonna do what I say anyway. If he know what's good for him, right? It's like, nah, that ain't what we want to do, man. I really want to, you know, as a community, let's go hard this next 5 days, man. Let's love on each other. Let's communicate. Let's really be sure that, and again, y'all, these man-made holidays, Valentine's Day is a massacre. Okay, let's keep it all the way G with y'all. Saint Valentine, it was a mad. They was killing folks, right? It wasn't what we thought it was. It wasn't what they taught us in school when we was exchanging them nasty candies and them little bitty cards inside the envelopes. That's not what Valentine's Day is about, right? But since it is something that culturally people celebrate, and for us, we're in the business of pushing positive narrative when it comes to marriages and relationships. Let's go with it, right? Let's go with it.
I like it, man. I like it. I think one of the things that we put out a video last week. I think we showed it last week. I know Josette was hitting us up asking what about the Super Bowl video, but I think we showed it on last week's deal where we were just telling people, hey, don't wait to the last minute, because men are atrocious for that. We're known for waiting to the last minute, and then we get disappointed when our spouse or our girlfriends are not as pleased with it. They're not, they're not as taken by it and that kind of deal. But if didn't much effort go into it, not much celebration is going to come out of it, fellas. So that buildup is very important, making sure that you start. Let me say it like this. Here's for the grown folks, Kiara. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Here it is. Start being intimate today so you can end well on Monday. See? See? That puts a different spin on it. That puts a different spin on it. You can start today, guys. Remember, women are emotional. They're more mental about intimacy. And so you got to start working on their mind and their emotions first.
Right.
And so why not start now? Why not start doing things now and all of that? But now let me say this to the ladies. Please don't blow that man's high by telling him. Yeah, I know it's that's the applause. I hear you, ladies. Don't kill a man's groove by telling him you just doing this because you want something. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that, ladies. That's not now. I love you, but I'm gonna tell you real now. That's immature. That's not mature. Relationship stuff. Don't do that. Let the man love on you. Let him do nice things for you. And if you want to know you doing this so that because you just want something. I'm not doing it because I want something. I'm doing it so that when I want something, I ain't got no problems.
Come on now.
Did that hit different? Did that hit different with anybody out there? Listen, I'm being a great guy. I'm being a great husband. I'm being the person you need. I'm being a listener. I'm being a lover. I'm being, I'm making sure I'm being responsible. I'm handling my business. You're not wondering where I am. I'm doing all of that.
Come on now.
So that I don't have any problems when I need some things done. All right. Yeah. That's the truth of the matter. Yeah. Come on, that's grown folks. Marriage is for grown folks. Remember, we say that. That's what my girl Quenisha say. All the ladies start laughing at that because they know it.
That's the sad part. Like that's the sad part. Like the sad part is that as a man, you could be a great guy and do what you're supposed to do, and still, based on the narrative in the group chat, that's what's going to determine how your night ends. Not the work that you've done, not the sacrifices that you've made, not the contributions that you've added. That's not what you get judged on. You get judged according to the group chat that you don't even have access to, or that people don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have nothing. You're like, wait, what did I do? Or like, what are you like? You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be 5 days of purpose and intentional team building. Because at the end of the day, if you can do it for 5 days, you can do it for 10. If you can do it 10, you could do it for 21. And again, 21 days of anything is now a habit. For us, it's about giving tools, and not just the tools. You got to also have the instruction manual on how to use the tools that you have. So right now is, hey man, since in real life, relationships are the building block of society to me, because if you really think about, and this is the mind-blowing part, right? If you really think about how important the family and learning how to treat people should come from inside the home. And when you do that, and we treat each other right inside the home, when you leave outside of the home, you continue to be a representation of what you've learned inside the home. So whenever we go out and we see these kids being bad, and we go out and we see these people having, other issues going on, I'm not blaming it on nothing, that a lot of people think is this stuff going on. No, a lot of time, man, people are looking at what they're seeing inside their home. And whenever they look at that, then they like, man, that's crazy. When they go outside of the home, it's the continuation, whatever we've already been doing inside the home. You know what I'm saying? So for me, and I could be right, I might be wrong, but I think I'm probably right that if us as a society, not me as my family and you as your family, if us as a society work on inside our homes and how we treat each other, these kids go to school and be cussing and hitting on folks. Yeah, because they done watched how y'all handle each other. Or you, ever since they was little, you've been putting your hands on them. And now they taking that and giving it to other people. You know what I'm saying? Or you have something and they don't have, and if y'all, it's a lot of issues that start again inside the home. We was poor. Let me not say poor. We weren't rich. I never looked at what other people had and wanted it, because in my home, my mom set the temperature like, I don't care what them folks got. Do your stuff work? Are your shoes talking when you walk? No. They may not be Jordans, but you're not walking around barefoot either. Be thankful for what you have. That's what was taught to me as a kid. So now when I see other people with nice stuff, with Balenciagas and Birkin bags and all this other stuff, it's a lot of stuff that I probably could afford that I don't want to go spend the money on. I don't care what the Joneses and the Smiths is doing. I'm going to do what them Browns is doing. You hear me? We're going to do everything that we do over here. I don't care what y'all got going on. I'm not trying to compete, keep up with none of that. I don't care how many rappers going by the biggest diamonds, the newest cars. In my house growing up, I understood that you do what you do. We're not worried about what other people have going on and what they got going on. We're going to focus on what we focus on. I always understood that, hey, man, don't go out there starting no problems. If somebody hits you, somebody starts something with you, then finish it. We're not going out here to bully people. These are things that we were taught in the house. So now that as a grown man, my mentality and my attitude is not, all right, man, they playing with me. Let me get out here and show these boys what it is. And oh yeah, y'all playing. No, that's not where my mind is at, because mentally as a child, I was taught basic morals and principles that I've taken with me throughout my life. So us as a community, if we start now today, you could have been a terrible, and this is not me judging nobody, right? Y'all could be cussing at these kids. Y'all could be doing everything. Stop today. Today is whenever you talk to your wife, and when you talk to your husband, instead of you cussing, this is 5 days of, hey, baby, look, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of heated and upset right now. Give me 10 minutes. Let's hit the reset button. Let's not talk like this in front of the kids. Let's wait for them to go to sleep, and then let's deal with our issues and stuff right now. Period. It's about how do we for 5 days work on our communication, and let me be sure that I'm the ultimate servant of what you need. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting with Anthony at the station yesterday, Brother Royce, and he was like, man, God dog, bro, I don't get it. And I was like, man, you know, the reason why a lot of relationships don't work long term is people don't want to serve the person they with. Everybody's in these relationships, but you want them to wait on you hand and foot, bend over backwards, love on you, do what you want them to do. But when it's time for you to serve them, that's not what we do. I'm not set up like that. They lucky they got me. You know what I'm saying? That's the attitude that we have whenever we get into these relationships and situations, when the theory of it is, hey, man, we should be equally trying to serve each other. You know what I'm saying? So again,
Absolutely. Man, so listen, guys, that sounds like some heavyweight homework. It's really not. It only makes it heavyweight when you got to get past your own pride, and you got to get past, your own preferences. You know, that last thing Kiata just said, man, that's serving. That's a big deal, because serving is not always, you don't just serve when it's appreciated. You serve when it's not appreciated as well, Kiati. And that makes it hard. It's kind of like your server at a restaurant. They got to serve you regardless of how you talk to them. They got to, you know, they got to put up with that, but they still serve. Now, I don't know what they do to your food in the back, but that's on you. You
Come on now.
But yeah, man, I think that's key, man. And it'll be great to start doing that and make sure that you set yourself up for success come Monday, and then keep it going. Like Kiata said, don't just make it, you know, for 5 days. You can do it for 5, you can do it for 10, you can do it for 10, you can do it for 20. You can make it a lifestyle, you can make it a culture in your home. You dictate that. And you don't just do it, you know, out in public. You bring it home. I get phone calls, Kiati, where couples are like, you know, the way he or she presents themselves in public, like this great guy, like we all lovey-dovey, we get home, we don't even speak to each other. It's like, man, what is how do you?
That's real.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's real. Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
a real thing.
Yeah. And so you wind up losing credibility even at home. So I say, you know, do what Kiati said. He's the marriage coach this morning, man. Start a new culture in your home and make it a part of your family. Make it a part. Yeah, you the coach.
A.R. Rabry talk about serving is for waiters and waiters and waitresses. That's why I've been in this relationship for 20 years. I'm gonna be a waiter. I'm gonna be a chef. I'm gonna be whatever she needs for me to be. Again, I don't expect people that don't. Nobody with successful relationship habits are arguing with me right now. Anybody that's inside of a successful relationship is like, you know what, the brother's saying some real stuff. I don't even expect single people to wrap their mind around some of the things that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, if you haven't been in a long-term relationship, notice I didn't say successful, right? Because there is no such success changes daily. From day to day, things could be different, okay? It takes a certain level of love and appreciation. And for me as a man, watching my wife have kids for me, I'll serve you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not easy. That I got kicked out the room during Dylan's birth. This is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, when I watch as a man, watching a woman have a child behind you and something that you've done and y'all created together I don't know what it makes you guys want to do. Again, I've been with my wife 20 years, right? For me, that says, you know what? Hey, let me be there on the level that she needs me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that everybody may not understand that. But for me, that's how I move and how I operate behind my wife. You know what I'm saying? Trillionaire Black had a comment. He said, how long after you say I do in marriage should it start getting better, like Brother Royce say? It didn't get better till 5 years. Could you ask him that? How long after you say I do in a marriage should things start getting better? That's a funny question, Brother Royce, because you know, you say all the time, whenever people get married, they be like, I got married. Here goes the good part, baby. We married.
No, man, listen. You know your spouse. You've heard us say it. All the day ones have heard us. You know this person as a girlfriend. You know him as a fiance. You don't know him as a wife yet. You know him as a boyfriend. You know him as a fiance. You don't know him as a husband yet. And believe it or not, you don't even know you as a husband yet, and you don't know you as a wife yet. You don't know you, and so you have to learn those things, guys. It doesn't just happen. It's not organic all the time, like they say, like they show you in the movies. You have to be intentional. You got to have conversations to say what your preferences are, what your expectations are, marriage expectations. You know, and we come with a lot of them, man. We be on here all day talking about that. But as you know, when is it supposed to get better? It gets better as you work on it. It gets better as you work on it. You can be on your honeymoon for as long as you want. You can be on your honeymoon for as long as you want.
Come on.
It doesn't have to be a 3-day trip. It can be a 3-year. It can be a 30-year lifestyle. It can be whatever you want to be. It's what kind of work are you willing to put into it? So in context, my statement when I said the first 5 years was rough, it was rough because I kept bringing up the past. And that's what made it rough. What helped it get better? Now, you want to know the real truth? what helped to get better is that I'm gonna go biblical. Can I go biblical real quick, Kiana? Can I do that real quick?
You better for Pastor Blake to send us a text.
Here's for the IG listeners who can't see me, and for the Facebook folks. Here's when it got better for me. When the Holy Spirit said, you realize every time you ask her about one of those previous relationships, she's got to get back in the car, go back to that place. She's got to have that whole experience all over again because you're asking about her past. The questions you're asking, she got to relive the whole thing just to get to that part.
Facts.
Is that what you really want her to do? I was like, oh God, what? Oh, geez. That ain't what I was trying to accomplish. No, but that's what happens. And that right there for me is when it got better.
He said instantaneously.
Yes, sir.
The sad part is if you would have said she gets back in the car, because that's where it happened at, in the car.
Man, I'm telling you, brother, that wasn't a good feeling. That wasn't a good thought to have, but that cured me. And Kiana, I'll tell you this, I've said that to so many husbands that have come and sit on our couch, man, and that rocks their world.
That's the cure. It cured me. That's the cure now. That's the cure. When you start thinking about it.
And watch this, Kiana, watch this. You're asking them to take their eyes off of you,
right,
and their focus off of your future together, to put their mind emotionally and mentally back into those relationships. That's you're putting them there by asking the questions. Right. They wasn't there. You put them there. Right. And so that's when I said, you know what? Let me cut this foolishness out.
Okay.
And start enjoying the relationship I'm in, the marriage I'm in, my wife. And she knows it. She's heard me say it. Guys, I'm not throwing our business out there. We've said this publicly in church and in marriage ministries and all of that, man. So that's real talk.
I also want to say this, and I say this in full transparency. I fully expect some of the viewers to drop off after I say this. I'm fine with that. I know a lot of times it's hard for people that have never experienced something real to wrap their mind around what's real to you. Okay. So I don't struggle with the idea of certain people wrapping their mind around the work that it takes to be in a real relationship, because they can't even wrap their mind around a relationship with God, or they can't wrap their mind around the work that it takes to really build and the discipline it takes for you to do certain stuff yourself. Some people just be like, a diet, I ain't doing no diet. That ain't for me. I can't do that. I'm not. Why would I do a diet? Mentally, the discipline level is not there. So when we talk about relationships and the discipline that it takes to love one woman and to be faithful to one woman and to serve one woman and to uplift and pray for one woman and to support one woman and to communicate with one woman, a lot of y'all's minds are not wrapped around the work that it takes to do that successfully. You're still stuck on, man, why it gotta be one woman? I don't even understand why, so some of the comments and, man, I don't agree with that, this and that. Cool. I'm not asking you to agree. I'm just telling you, for me, this has been a 21-year journey. And these are the things that I've done to keep it going for these 20 or 21 years on a public place, on a public platform, as a radio host, club guy, DJ, rapper, all the things that I'm supposed to be a terrible guy because they put the memes up. If you date a DJ, if you date a rapper, if you date a club promoter, I'm all of those things. All of them. All of them.
So the stereotypes are not true, Kiana. They don't have to be like that. And hey, listen, it's a lot of good DJs out there. It's a lot of good record people out there. They're just not as loud, and they just not, they don't get the kind of, publicity. I'm always tickled when I see, folks come across social media and they highlighting a couple. These guys been together 27 years. Let's celebrate them. I think they put out there Lawrence Fishburne, his wife, and Denzel and his wife, and LL Cool J and his wife. it's almost like we're saying we're not used to that, but we could be if we be.
Yeah.
Why don't we be the change that we're looking for? Why don't we? Yeah, we could be. So man, it can be whatever you want it to be. For my single sisters out there, don't settle for less. Have your standards, know where you want to go in the relationship, and be okay with that. But by all means, man, you can make your relationship what you want it to be. Stay in the relationship you're in. Stay out of that past, because ain't nothing back there that's good.
Yeah, shout out my coach, my boss at the Rockets. Her name is Natalie, right? I got a lot of love for OG Nat Bug.
What's up, Natalie?
I'm standing at the game, and she may not even be watching this now. I'm standing at the game, and we're in between work segments, and she comes up to me and she was like, "Hey, I really love watching you and your wife. Like, I need y'all to do something for single people," right? She was like, "Can y'all do something for single people?" And if you think about it, in real life, even though we're talking about what it takes to be in, successful relationships and the ups and downs that come with relationships, single people, we definitely understand that you're single now. That doesn't mean you've always been single or you always will be single. These are the conversations that hopefully you hear. So whenever you're getting into these spaces, you're like, "Oh, okay, I've heard this.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that before. Okay. That ain't supposed to go like that." Man, Brother Royce and Kiati did say that if you get in a relationship and he be trying to isolate you and separate you from your family, that might be some signs to watch for.
Yeah.
That might be some things that, okay, yeah, no, that ain't cool. You know what? Kiati did say that, man, if you get with a girl and she be like, "Give me your phone. Let me see your phone. Who's calling you? Who's texting you?" She might have some insecurity issues. And so those are signs to watch for. Or, girl, if y'all get together and he always like to play fight and put his hands on you, I might need to watch that because it's cute now. But whenever I say I do, whenever we get together, he might be a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are, we talk about all kinds of things, you know what I'm saying, in real life. So everybody watching the show right now, I see 31 people on this side. I see 109 people on this side. For me, what I need everybody to understand right now is that, man, these relationships take a lot of work.
Yes, sir.
They take a lot of work. Like, they take a lot of work. We just want 5 days. What's a great question, baby? I missed it. And my wife just said great.
I saw a message that somebody had a great question. Guys, while he's looking for the question, if you or somebody you know is looking for marriage counseling, premarital counseling, anything like that, hit us up at crossoverbf.com, I'm sorry, crossover, married at crossover. Thank you. Got to show my own email. Married at crossoverbf.com. Shout out to Crossover, Pastor Blake Wilson. Hit us up there, guys, and we can definitely hook you up with some couples coaching and premarital marriage. And many of our people who are in the chats, they've come through and seen us. And so I want to say thank you to Kiati for his platform, allowing me to share it with him, and for his seriousness about relationships. I thank you for that, and I appreciate it. And so if somebody else out there is checking us out or is in need of us, please contact us. And guys, don't forget to go to my TikTok. I just started about 3 weeks ago. So check out some of those videos. We're doing marriage maintenance in 1 minute. Marriage maintenance, just a little gem for you in a 1 minute time span. You can get it and go, and it'll bless your life.
What did my wife come back and say what the question was?
I don't think she did.
Let me see, y'all. Hold up. Let me phone a friend.
Tiffany Laws, hit us up. Tiffany, hit us up if you need to. You call Miko live at, oh my goodness.
Oh no, she
Right.
up. Hey baby, what was the great question?
It was Keisha question.
Keisha question. Let me look for it so I can put it on the screen.
Keisha question.
Okay, got you, baby.
Okay.
All right, is jealousy and territorial the same? I'm not intimidated by any female, but I will check my husband if he allowed a woman to disrespect me. Hasn't happened. It's understood. So is jealousy and territorial the same? I saw I think George is on here saying something about jealousy as well.
Okay. So in my opinion, is jealousy and territorial the same? You know, I don't know. I think I'm territorial. I'm territorial because I got doors and windows on my house. Territorial can be defined anyway. I'm not jealous if I come home and find somebody in it. I'm mad. I'm mad. Woo! But I don't know. It just depends, Keisha. It can be the same thing. The question is it healthy? Is it healthy for your relationship? That's the thing. I want a healthy relationship. What is it that's in my relationship that I'm doing or that they're doing is unhealthy? It was unhealthy for me to keep going, taking my wife back in the past. That was unhealthy. It wasn't helping us. Right. It wasn't growing us. And so I had to get that out of there.
I think, and again, you know what? Jealousy and territorial are definitely, I'm gonna say they're not the same thing. Jealousy is what happens when you go over territorial. Okay, so the real answer is jealousy is the step past territorial. Territorial is, hey, that's my husband, be respectful. Jealousy is, hey, that's my husband, be respectful. Now you telling your husband, give me your phone. Let me check this. Like, it's like, to me, jealousy is the step past territorial. In a relationship, whenever we say, especially as married people, whenever we say I do, there are certain rights and privileges that come with I do that single people don't have to deal with, may not understand, whatever the case may be, because now we're one. So with us being one, there's a certain level of access that I should have that other people don't have. So at the end of the day, as far as the territorial part, I get it. Jealousy is, see, brother, you see the devil working this morning? Kiati live last night.
Yeah. My man went right back to it.
PJ. All right, my wife had a hello. She said, "Hey, that's my husband. Get away from me." That's jealous.
That can be jealousy, but jealousy is probably not going to be healthy for your relationship. Being territorial, guys, we're territorial about a lot of things, and that can be helpful. That can be beneficial, or there can be no harm in being territorial. We're territorial all the time, and we don't want people trespassing.
Right. There we go.
Trespassing. When you're territorial, I don't want anybody to trespass. And so I can put up territorial boundaries without going out there looking for trespassers.
There we go. There we go. I like that. There, Bones. I like that. All right, y'all. 10 o'clock. I'm on this real life journey to be on time for things, right? Like that's my journey, my battle. I'm trying to get it there. Shout out to 221 people watching on the IG live right now. Good morning, y'all. Shout out my people that are tapped in, tuned in. Day ones. I got to get to this meeting. We're finna ride to the gym. We're finna get this workout in and then back to take care of some other things. But I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. Be sure you check the link inside of my Instagram bio. The pre-save link for the album is now out. The interview with OG Bobby Billions is up as well in my IG bio. Yes, I asked him, why did Blueface get on the Outside record? I asked. And he had an answer that blew my mind. I'm telling y'all, I had no idea that's how the story rolled out. Hell of a story. Go check it out. We appreciate y'all. IG, y'all got to go first. Y'all know that. That's why y'all supposed to be on the line. All right, boom. All right, that's pretty good, Brother Royce. It says 3,606 people viewed the live video today. All right, see, y'all don't know. We watching these impressions.
We're on the way up. And y'all remember what Kiata said? I got a song coming out this year. Remember he said that. Josette, remember our conversation last night and listen to what Kiata just said. He said, I got a song coming out this year. Boy, you might be a prophet.
Come on, Couchy Couch. All right, y'all. I know it's love on our end. Again, if you need any help coming to your relationship, it is nothing but an email away. Need couples married at crossoverbf.com. And you know what? Why not? Let's go there. Shout out our sponsors. I just got hit.com. Hit and hurt. Call 800. I got hit. And of course, repthecitybrand.com. You can shop online right now. Hey, man, we appreciate you guys. We will see you next Wednesday. and I'll see you on Friday. Peace.
Peace.